Good morning, America. This is ABB News. I'm Bree McNatt.
And I'm Phillips, and we're here for your daily news.
Today we're starting off the morning with something most of Americans have been talking about, Ford's administration. Ford was picked as our vice president because Nixon thought he wouldn't be a non-controversial option. Though he wasn't thought to be qualified, but both parties liked him, so it worked out. When Nixon resigned, Ford has become our president, and he has elected Nelson Rockefeller as his vice president. Now we're going to Allie on the field to interview a local about their opinion on the Nixon pardon.
Hi, I'm Allie Elwart here, about to interview Ray Crooker about his opinion on Nixon. Hello.
Is Ray Crooker?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ray Crooker. Hello, what is your opinion on Nixon?
I think that this year flood they done cover up this Watergate thing. I think it ain't real, cause all of us Americans just want people when they do wrong things to get in trouble for them. Like everybody knows that, but I think they done cover up something. I think that they trying to like help him out, cause he didn't really do nothing, cause he's a good guy. But like perhaps some aliens coming down or something, cause that'd be something big to cover up. This has got to be big, but I just don't believe in none of this Watergate bull crap.
Yes, thank you. Is there anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Allie. As you can see, the Watergate scandal has caused some very polarized opinions. And like Ray Crooker said, the Watergate scandal caused economy stagflation. First there was inflation, but this resulted in unemployment. This resulted in Ford starting his WIN campaign, where he was asking citizens to save part of their incomes. With the Congress, Ford tried to keep the U.S. not overseas by vetoing the War Powers Act in 1973. But on the more positive side, the country celebrates their 200th birthday with lots of parades and fireworks. And now to our sponsors.
Breakfast on the go, McDonald's. Scrumptious.
Here's an update on sports championships, a slight recap of 1977. Starting off with baseball, the New York Yankees have won the World Series. Next with basketball as a whole, for pro, the Portland Trailblazers have become the NBA champions of the year. And for college basketball, Marquette won the NCAA tournament. And now for boxing, he's made history, folks. Muhammad Ali is the heavyweight champion. Last but not least, we have football. For pro, the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl, and for college, Notre Dame has won the national championships. As you can see, 1977 has been filled with championships, legends, and records. This is Bree Phillips with your sports update. And now to our sponsors.
Need something to make you feel refreshed? Coca-Cola.
Hi, this is Bree Phillips here on ABB News. Here today we're talking to a hostage in crisis, but first let's go over President Carter's foreign policy. Carter looked to find peace in the Middle East between Egypt and Israel. However, this didn't do much. Actually, it discouraged nationalism more. President Carter had also built stronger ties with People's Republic of China, Soviet Union, and new African nations. The worst foreign policy crisis in perhaps history has just ended. Revolution has broke out in Iran. A group of Iranians have taken a group of 66 hostages, including one Kate Koob, who was one of the biggest faces of cultural change. Here today we have our very own Kate Koob.
Hello.
So Kate, what was it like to be under their hold, and what was one of your biggest fears?
My biggest fear was not knowing what the future was holding and not knowing what was happening to my colleagues. And then there was this undercurrent for threats of trials and executions.
What was your mindset to get through this?
Every day we had this "they're not going to get us" kind of attitude. It had to set in. Each day we survived, and it was to our benefit. I decided that the challenge each morning was just to get through the day.
Did you ever break off from that mindset? If so, what happened when you did?
At one point, the sounds of the embassy were nerve-wracking. There seemed to be a continuous crowd of people shouting anti-American slogans, lining up, listening to the cries of the students and the clergymen who were always on hand. In addition to the crowd noises, there were 300 or 400 loudspeakers blaring newscasts. As I sat confined in my chair, I thought, I just can't take this. I just can't take this.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, thank you for talking today. And now to our sponsors.
How many sections did you have?
Here at Tractor Supply Go, we got tractors, we got supplies, and more.
That's good.
Come on in now. With a purchase of $50 or more, you get a free ticket.
I'm Bree McNatt, reporting for ABB News, and today we are talking about politics. As new elections are taking place, we look back to old ones to find better solutions, in particular, President Carter. James Earl Carter Jr. has been elected president in our election of 1976. He was a previous governor of Georgia, and he has presented himself as honest and that he didn't want to get into other people's business. His approach to his presidency was that he wanted to put an end to discrimination and propose new health care and welfare programs. He has appointed more women and minorities to his workers. 28% of his staff were other than usual white men. Carter, being an outsider, used this to advantage for the most part. He has surrounded himself with mostly Southerners and didn't understand how crucial his communication with others was to his presidency. He has found it hard to make compromises and other people in government with other people in government, including himself. Previous President Johnson had to come in and save the day and provide Carter with help with politicians. One of Carter's friends, banker Bert Lance, was accused of permitting large bank overdrafts. Carter was quick to take his side due to the fact that he was also from Georgia. This led to Lance having to resign. As for Carter's family, he had a very carefree brother who harmed their family's name. He drew much attention to himself, especially when he took $200,000 in loans from his friends who were living in Libya, harming the family business. Carter's style as president was so new and different that they loved particular parts and criticized others. One memorable part was when he and his wife casually walked down Pennsylvania Avenue post-inauguration. He never overdressed when he didn't have to, wearing jeans throughout the White House and wearing cardigan sweaters on the news. His honest and relatable personality is what kept him doing so well in office. And now over to Elwart in the studio with our weekly forecast.
Hi, I'm Elwart with your weekly forecast. So from Florida, there will be a cold front coming out of Texas, so we'll be expecting degrees is about 70, and then from Texas, that hot air is going to push to Michigan, so it's going to be about 80 degrees, a bit toasty up here, cold down here, great week. Wait, what's this? I just got news that Mount St. Helens has erupted.
Well, thanks for tuning in today, folks. I'm here with ABB News, and we hope to see you later.